Please, enjoy your time here, though.
Happy to serve you, as long as you respect May's rules and behave yourself. I'll keep pouring them as long as... Enjoy yourself.
Yes, what?
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? Now, what in the heavens would make you... Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but after all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret. Perhaps I can convince you to... You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts of... discovered the plant, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information, so I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom. Slow work. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the... and we all... It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure... And look at the results. I know for... Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. You're being honored only because... And let's not forget the importance of eliminating the terramorphs, securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion, I'm simply requesting one. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks. All I ask is that you can... After all, I do still have a long list of threats. Splendid.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the...
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our...
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Orlays? Reginald Orlays? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was...
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him? I'm sorry to hear that. Those sorts of missions, any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant?
Aha! That makes sense. Plenty of abandoned tech for an old warmonger to pilfer there. Instead, he stumbles on the plant and finds the perfect way at getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
Decides to use the plant against the people that destroyed his old life. I can see that. Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. Asylees aren't hostile to humans. but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is... Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks. So, any topics? Then here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs?
You will all receive a full briefing one. So then is what the second report claims.
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Orlace? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Vanguard said the captain was spotted in the area not long before Orlace was found.
Was this your work, Captain? Did you have any suspicions at the time Orlace might have been involved in the attacks? Well, it appears you were. This report contains definitive evidence Orlace triggered the attacks via this Lazarus.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. You are to be commended for stopping him before. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, with the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the three of you have likely spared. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant.
A sound decision, Madam President.
We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
That is an idea with some merit to it. Decrease the likelihood of anything like this occurring again, and further relations between our two factions.
Two birds with a single stone. Very well. We'll include the collective in the removal process. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will... In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Asylees are...
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves. But the captain...
I see. Captain,
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
and Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to... Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your... Speak to your commander. Tuala, if I recall. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, this meeting is adjourned.
Captain, I guess we've got our assignments. I could have never guessed where all this... But what you've done for Percival. For me. Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
Yes?
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen. No need to thank me. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your account now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the... Higher-ups wanted to make sure you... But, with all that squared, it's time to get you... There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for... Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Transferring that to you... Done. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Those vessels are about to learn what it means to get... Critter cleanup, coming up. You ready to head out right now? Let's get to the details. Sounds like spacers tried scrapping some ships, with their pilots still in them. Go show them the error of their ways. Captain... Something up? You can just call them SysDef. Everyone else does. They're the division responsible for combating the Crimson Fleet. Fighting... It's not a small job, keeping the galaxy's mercantile... They work out of the ship, the UC Vigilance. Though the support request was a little vague on what your actual duties would be. These missions are straightforward. Proceed to the location, kill the critter before it can do any more harm. Just be smart out there. Don't want you getting banged up too bad on your first hunt. Super et ultra, Captain.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, well, if it isn't the United... In fact, it's a premium...
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you.
Great, you're in for... Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. Now that you're an owner... It's a buyer's market right now. Good time to make a move. Let's see what we have. Right now, I've got a little... Sound like something you're... Great. And the apartment is... You've actually already purchased everything we have available. I really do appreciate your business. Stop by anytime.
You're only as safe as your... I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Outland, please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it? Be careful out there.
Can't believe the UC just...
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90%. Welcome to UC Distribution. I have been told it'll be up. Also, if you're here about... Oh, well, certainly. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
our collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
How can I be of service, Captain? Captain, do you require my assistance?
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you? Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau Ceti. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a...
Ikande's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
We don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments.
Hey,
All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you. Good luck. Okay. Hello?
pardon. Hello.
Pardon.
Hey,
I'd like to brief you on the mission. Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kan. I was beginning to... It appears he's certainly... So, now that you're... This is the operations center of the... Whether this ship is impressive...
We need eyes and the catch is that you... I do. Our intelligence has... She works with... That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real... Once you bluff your way into the Crimson, that's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. Eager to get going. Remember, this... I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, as an undercover operative for UCC, allow yourself to stray too far off the path. I don't want promises. I'm just... Anyway, it's time to hand you over to... Now. Dismissed.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander, I want data slates. For the sake of the settled systems, that minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was... If you've seen what I've seen, you know... That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, Commander Akande has authorized a... Well, that's just it. You're not career military. And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop. Yes. Commander. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're to... I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes? Excuse me. Hello. Howdy.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.